Hello Cancer, thank you for tuning in for your June 2019 Zodiac Wheel reading. I'm Elle and this is a general reading for the general collective. If you would like a more personal reading, I've got the details in that description box below for you to be able to contact me, and you can go to my website where I've got a price list, and there's always something on special that you can maybe choose if you like. So thank you again to those of you that have subscribed, and thank you for commenting. I read all the comments and I look forward to hearing what you feel has resonated with you. Welcome to those of you that are new to the channel. I hope you enjoy the reading. Please do, let me know by clicking like or sharing and subscribing, and you just subscribe and click that little bell besides there, and then you too will be able to receive my updates as I do pick a card and pick a pile spreads, usually around new moon and full moon periods for those, and I have the totem animals. That's the new pick a card spread, so by all means check that out in the video list and you'll find out what your spirit guide totem animal is for you, and the messages that come along with that. This Zodiac Wheel reading is for Cancer sun sign, rising and moon sign, and if you know what you are, like as a moon sign or rising sign, then also please do have a look for those videos as well, because that way you'll be able to get just a more thorough information about the month ahead for you. Now, I do have to shuffle the cards differently this month, as I do have a bit of an injury with some stitches in my hand, so shuffling isn't sort of going to be able to be done, but I do what I call a Twitter shuffle, where I just wash the cards and twitter them around until they find their own different positions. And I will ask now for great spirit and angels to guide me through this reading for Cancer, and I give thanks for any messages that come through in this reading for Cancer's highest good and for the good of all concerned. Wonderful. Went together reasonably easy. So Cancer, let's see what's coming up for you. Alright, a bit of tension there being shown up first up for Cancer. Having to let go of certain areas, or it might even be certain people in your life, Cancer. But having said that, you've also been shown here with the area of your work and how you value yourself as celebrations. The Three of Cups. Celebration, invitations, get-togethers, and possibly birth. So for those of you that are interested in whether or not you're going to be falling pregnant, maybe, this is showing that there are some of you out there that can happen for Cancer. And as I said, this is showing a little bit stressed here, and wanting to just turn your back on it. So good, get your inner balance back in tune, Cancer, and you can then turn away from it a lot easier than trying to wrench yourself out of it. Now for you, Cancer, the moon this month is on the 4th of June, which moon in Cancer is very helpful for getting into your own private place, a place of comfort away from the demanding world, for example. And a good time to look at what past conditioning might still be controlling your life. And these sort of realizations can go a long way to helping you overcome this stress. So if you get that opportunity to get some time on your own and some space, you can bring back into balance your own your equilibrium, because you've also got the swords in opposition over here in the 7th house. 1st house, 7th house is an opposition. So we'll get to that, but that's where I feel, so the connections of how you have to conduct yourself and your persona that you're using, you may have found that you've gotten caught up in some sort of argument that there really is no point to, or having to deal with someone who just isn't listening to you, and you just want that situation to stop. Well, you can here through June be given the opportunity to go into your shell and withdraw, because that's the other strong Cancer energy that is being shown to me here in with Mercury entering Cancer on the 4th of June. So you've got the 4th of June, sorry, you've got the moon in Cancer. 5th of June, you've got Mercury moving into Cancer. So the 4th and 5th are significant for you Cancerians. And it is a time here with Mercury in Cancer that you do feel your feelings, and you have an ability to communicate beyond words. So you have to be careful and watch your words, and because you could have some conflict that you have to deal with. So what you say here through June could have a very lasting effect. So try as much as you can to come from a place of caring and nurturing, rather than trying to hurt someone as much as what you feel they've hurt you. I just feel that you need to, and it could be vice versa. It could be the other way around. And then if that person is trying to, say things to you that are hurting you, then you will benefit more from holding your tongue as best as you can. Find a trusted friend and communicate to them about it all, and try to, I just feel that it's batting backwards and forwards here, and nobody's getting anywhere with it. And the energies of June with the moon and Mercury in Cancer are about nurturing and caring for others, as well as nurturing and caring for yourself. And here we have in the communication house the Princess of Swords. Now, so when we get pages of swords, and their messages, whether it's emails or social media or telephone calls or letters, their messages, and it's a bit of gossip. This message is also to do with hearsay and gossip. So another strong energy that is prominent around this month of May is about making sure that our information is accurate and correct and got the facts attached to them. So don't, to the best of your ability, try to not get swept away by listening to other people's gossip, and possibly as I said, maybe not completely accurate or factual information being given. Now, the area of home and family is showing holding on to your pennies and putting some money away. not going out spending at the moment. It's showing to just be careful. You need to stock up, and you need to get something built up behind you. The 4 energy is also about trade and material gain, and high finance is also involved with the 4 energy, so it can bring great stability. Now I also feel with the Mars energy also influencing Cancer. Mars isn't exactly at home in Cancer, so it can be a time where you do alienate others by competing with them for your emotional needs to be met. And this can be healed by becoming aware of other person's needs as well as your own, and listening honestly to what they are saying to you, and not so much coming from the perspective of what you think they're saying, and some of that may be unpleasant, but what this energy is going to enable is to be coming from a place of compromise and not competition, because you don't want to be fighting against something that you don't even understand. So stay conscious of what you are doing, because with this Mars in Cancer energy, people can be, including ourselves, it can be something that makes people behave in petty and irritable ways, and no one around them can understand it, let alone deal with it. So I'm really feeling, Cancers, you're going to make use of that energy and that ability to be able to draw back into your shell and do some self-nurture on yourself. Again, another message here in the house of fun and entertainment, hobbies and matters of the heart. You have the Prince of Cups. Now that is also a loving message coming through. So even though you've got some dodgy messages that you've got to decipher and really trust your intuition and your instincts as to what you need to respond to and what you don't, you've also got messages of support, and I feel you will be communicating with someone who you do trust, and you know that they're going to hear you and listen to where you're coming from. And so do get in contact with those people. They're in the fun house and the friendship house, so maybe they know how to help you nurture yourself and get some fun along the way. Work-wise, you've got the victory card and some acclaim and a bit of a pat on the back being shown there in your working life, and also I feel revitalised here with that 6 of Wands in the 6th house area, which also pertains to health and taking care of yourself. Now, in relationships of all kinds, partnerships, marriage, business partnerships, and even friendships, and it could be enemies or someone that who is appearing to be an enemy, is being signified and influenced here by the 10 of Swords. End of a difficult situation. Things coming to a head, and having the situation change from the darkness into the light, basically, is that, which is also a part of letting go, and that, as I explained last month with the Saturn and Pluto retrogrades, that is all a part of that kind of energy, especially the Pluto energy of letting things letting things go, purging certain things out of your life so that you can actually move forward in the direction that you need to go. So there may be some associations or a business partnership of some kind or something like that that you might have to let go of. Yeah. Okay, now in the area of other people, other people's money, this includes banks, loans, governments, taxation, and just generally outside influences. This is also the area of the wheel that is about birth and rebirth, life and death. This is showing that you've really moved forward in so many ways, and don't for a minute think that you're taking a back step. Okay, and there is support. There is people out there that are going to support the new growth. And I do feel that there's some sort of business conference or something. Maybe for those of you that have to put a project forward to get funding for something like that, that is also being shown to me here with this. Now, this is wonderful. This is in the area of higher education, overseas travel, long distance travel, people from foreign or faraway places, spiritual wisdom and enlightenment. It is a very wisdom orientated area, the ninth house, which is ruled by Sagittarius, which is also governed by Jupiter. Now, interestingly enough with Sagittarius, because I do feel the Strength card is a fire sign kind of energy connected to it, usually Leo, but I'm picking up Sagittarians is strong for you, as well as because you do have a lot of wands being presented here, and you do have a few swords. So Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra is the air signs, which swords represent the air sign energy as well. So now this Sagittarius full moon that we have on the 17th of June is particularly interesting to me this month, because it's 26 degrees of Sagittarius, and at 26 degrees of Sagittarius, what do we find in our night sky? Well, we can find it in our daytime sky too, but in our night sky it is the galactic centre. And down here in Australia, in the southern hemisphere, Australia faces the galactic centre, so we've got a wonderful view of it, and it's, you know, because we can see such a vast amount of the Milky Way because of where we're positioned. So it's a great time to go outside and go stargazing. So when you're looking at the full moon on the 17th of June, you will be basically looking at the galactic centre of our universe, where the full moon, or our galaxy, where the full moon is. So that's quite a magical energy coming out of there, and the galactic centre rays are very powerful and strong. So a full moon in Sagittarius brings about the powerful, strong energies as well, which may have you wanting to get away from everything and go on an adventure. But you know, try to not go to the extreme, but certainly breaking away from the normal routine can be beneficial. It's also very favourable for studying, and as at that time our frequency, liberating our concepts if you like. So yeah, epiphanies aren't unusual. So wonderful energies there with the Sagittarius full moon. And here it shows me, if you are studying, then this is saying that you got the bull by the horns and you are able to get through what could be perceived by others as being a very difficult assignment, but you will have success with that. And if you are wanting to go on that great trip or travel to that location that you've been dreaming of, it's saying, you know, to grab the bull by the horns and go for it. So let me know, Cancer, where that is actually resonating for you through this month. Now here in your career, it is being shown up that you've got a fresh new beginning. So the zenith of the wheel is our 10th house and career area, and there's a fresh new start, the Fool. And the Fool is I've got excitement happening, and you're very excited about this new avenue which is opening up, which holds all the potential of the possibilities that are ahead of us. And it is an Aries card, the Fool, because it is the beginning of a new cycle starting again as well. And I'll just give you the timing of that new cycle. Well, we have a couple of new cycles starting actually through June. We have the Sun entering Cancer on the 21st of June. So if I didn't say it before, let me say now, happy birthday, Cancer. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And this time with the Sun entering Cancer on the 21st of June is a time that you can actually protect yourself if you're feeling like you're being, you know, harshly treated, or in some cases you might even feel like a bit attacked. It might even be a psychic attack where you've got to, you know, use your crystals, and the amethyst is a wonderful crystal for warding off psychic attack. You can surround yourself with amethyst, or carry amethyst, or wear amethyst. Yeah, so and that will get you to withdraw into your shell a little bit, Cancer. Now down here in the southern hemisphere, of course, we're at the beginning of winter, so withdrawing and going within is probably a good time to do it in June, with winter coming on. You also may be seeing that your feelings and empathy for others is increasing, and enjoy using those frequencies of nurturing oneself and in effect being able to nurture others as well, Cancer. But, you know, keeping your energy strong, so don't sort of, you know, put yourself out too far. But that's the new cycle that is opening up, as well as being a influence here with the Fool in the Aries energy that the Fool has. The Aries is in, the moon is in Aries on the 25th of June, and it's the last quarter moon. So you actually may find yourself being a bit more sensitive to picking up on other people's moods and feelings with compassion and understanding. So again, another reason that for those of you out there that are experiencing that through June, make sure you cleanse your energy too, because you know you're not supposed to be actually taking on these other people's energies. You're just being in a situation where you can tune into it and instinctively know how to be of assistance or help. But you know, these people that may be draining your energy do have to learn how to actually help themselves as well, and that is also a part of nurturing. Here in your hopes and fears, Cancer, you have the Death card. So, end of the old, the beginning of the new, a new era opening up. So you're manifesting well, and you're actually gaining great success as you do along the way, which is the Six of Wands being shown recognition and pat on the back for a job well done. And the Death card is all about new beginnings and starting a new era in your life, which is right beside the Fool card. So a new cycle is definitely opening up, and it starts here in June. So you're manifesting and you're co-creating with the universe is very good there, Cancer. And here in the area of this psychic house, the 12th house, and also karma, it's the karmic debt kind of energy there with that 12th house. Things that are hidden sometimes are also signified here in the 12th house. And you have the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands wants you to know that your ship is coming in, and you know, always wish upon that star, because you can manifest your very powerful energies. And I know that there's some of you out there, Cancer, that know that you're quite powerful. Be careful of your words at this time, because they are very potent. Especially with the Neptune in Pisces, and this is a Pisces ruled area of the wheel, is the 12th house. You can be inspired to perform great acts of selflessness, Cancer. And with Neptune in Pisces, it can be a little bit of maybe brain fog or confusion for some of you. And it is important to make sure that you have all the facts and have the truth, because you can feel like you're sitting under a mushroom, or it could be being misled by others, and she's sitting there patiently waiting for her ship to come in. So lots of these sort of thoughts can go through your head, but you will find that it is a wonderful time to use your spiritual and mystical teaching and really embrace them, which will be a wonderful vibrational energy to discover how you fit into the universe. Okay? If you need to, with having to deal with these sort of contrary energies, ask for a sign. And then you will be able to see that you are being guided, not only for yourself but for others. Those of you that are musically inclined, it's a great time for musical inspiration. So, and if you are sort of feeling a bit bombarded, or you might have that monkey mind where you can't calm your energies down, you know, as I said, mystical, spiritual practices will help that. Meditation, for example, yoga, as well as listening to some nice calming music, because that Neptune Pisces energy does lend to creating some really lovely music in our world. So we can all look forward to that. Now I will again do a confirmation card reading, which I'm also going to do differently due to my hand being incapacitated, and I am going to ask Great Spirit and guides and angels to guide me to the right confirmation card for Cancer for 2019. Oh, 10 of Winter. And we have the Siberian Husky dog. So your animal message here for June is the end of career path, project or relationship brings feelings of mixed joy and sadness, relief and disappointment. So it's a bit of a mixed bag there, Cancer. Put aside your fears about these changes and trust that a brighter future awaits. So is that what the beginning of the old and the end of the old and the beginning of the new is about for you, Cancer? To let me know there in the comments. I do read all your comments, and I'll be interested to see where you feel that this reading has resonated with you. So thank you very much for tuning in with me for your June reading, Cancer. And you can also go to my Facebook page, L Intuitive, or you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I've included all the information below in the description box. You can go to my website, it's completely free, and you can find more there, and that is www.lpsychicastrology.com. Through that you can book a reading, but you can also send me an email to book a reading. There is a few places available here in June, so getting quick and booking for that. I can give you a reading through Skype, or I can record a personal reading for you, as well as do a personal reading face to face for those of you that we have the ability to do that with. So until we talk again, thank you for being a part of this channel and for liking and subscribing. Loving light to you all. Many blessings. Namaste.